DynamicCarStore.com to get the cars. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save your points. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCarStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the QPR Career Mode. Of course, if this is not welcome back, then make sure you go and check out the rest of the QPR playlist. 36 episodes, including this one, currently in that playlist. So make sure you go get yourself all nice and caught up. But if you are caught up, then welcome to today's episode. Today, we need a bit of a bounce back from form. We have not been playing very well. We need to make sure that what we do is definitely improve on our current form. I mean, realistically, we're sat in 7th place, which is fantastic. But in that last episode, spoilers incoming, by the way, we did manage to pick up 2 draws. And realistically, we weren't playing well in both games. We went behind. In the West Ham game, we were 2-0 down. In the Burnley game, we went 1-0 down. But we did manage to obviously bounce back in both and get the points from both of them. So you can look at it as, you know, points picked up and stuff. But realistically, 2 points from those games is not good enough. And we need to make sure that we're picking up more points here. And today, Brighton is going to be the first game we come up against. And it's going to be a very tricky game. Obviously, for those who don't know, playing on Ultimate. And they've got some very good, very quick players. Some very big, tall players as well at the back. And then we have Man United, and that is going to be a very tricky game indeed. They might play a bit of a weakened side against us, but I wouldn't be too surprised. But you can see we have a very, very busy December as well in the build-up to January. Now, as I said in the last episode, now I'm filming this before the last episode's actually gone live. So the last episode goes live in about 3 hours for me. But the main thing is, I'll address all the things you guys say in the next episode, in the last episode, and this episode in the next one. I'll make sure that I wait for both to be live and look through the comments. All suggestions, again, pre-contract players. We're looking to sign potentially one relatively realistic pre-contract player in this season as well. So make sure your suggestions are in the last video or indeed this video to give me ideas for who you think we should pick up. But the first thing we're going to do is get ready for the team against Brighton. We might make a bit of a change. There might be a couple of little things we look to tweak, but I'm going to explain to you very, very quickly. I'm going to train Obafemi to play Cam. Now, my thought process here is going forwards, we're potentially going to be rocking the 4-2-3-1 a little bit. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get him rocking and rolling in the Cam position. It says 32 weeks, it ups his skill moves to 3-star as well, which is fantastic. But I think this guy at Cam could be a very, very good outlook for us, or just an option going forward. So, he'll be a striker as well. So, what I'll do is I'll train him to be a Cam, and then I'll retrain him to be a striker. So striker's like his main thing, but he can also play at Cam. So that's what we're going to do. Give him that option. I'm basically also going to do the same thing with Bright Asai Samuel. He is now confirmed as a Cam, so he can play at Cam. So I'm going to confirm that position change, and then I'm going to retrain him as a right mid. So the right mid is his main position. That's his primary position. But what I'll do is I'll get that sorted, get that done. I've been watching MDH's career mode. I'm catching up with his Arsenal career mode. I'm a little bit behind on it, but I've seen him doing that, like training people and then retraining them to old positions so they can play both, but they have their primary position. So that's kind of what's inspired me to do it. So thank you, MGH. But let's get into this. I'll get the training done and I'll see you at Brighton. Okay, so I've got the team nice and ready for this very tricky game. 5 at the back. We hate seeing it, but up against Brighton here. Now you can see the players they've got there. Really interesting sort of build, a really interesting set of players there. 2 very quick strikers, but we're going to try and counter that with the team we've got here. Only change I've made is actually one on the bench. I brought on Charlie Kelman at the back, thinking with the height of players that these guys have got at the back, what I've decided to do is bring on a quick player onto the bench, just in case I want to put those balls through the middle, play a nice quick through ball, and have players like Obafemi, like obviously Kelman running through. Then that's kind of the plan here, but that's the squad. Let's go for it. Let's see if the boys can pick up 3 points, because we need them. Okay, here we are away to Brighton. Going to be a tricky game, but one I'm looking forward to, because realistically, they are a team that's right at the bottom of the table. They're sat in 18th place right now. We're obviously sat high and in 7th place. So it's going to be a tricky game for us. But again, it's one we cannot overlook, but one we have to make sure we do our best to pick up these 3 points. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and let's see if we can pick up 3 points today on the road. Lyndon Dykes now on the ball. Lovely stuff here. He's going to play it up to Obafemi. Not quite where I wanted that pass. We're going to go back inside to Lyndon Dykes. You can see that 5th centre-back, or that 5th defender, sorry, that extra centre-back, definitely playing into effect with the pressure here. But now Obafemi on the ball again. He's going to try and take it past the defender. Defender stood up pretty well and managed to win that off him. Good pressure initially from us, but wasn't enough to get past that 5 at the back. They've worked the ball forward quite nicely here. We've got to be careful not to let them through. That's a really good tackle there from Rob Dickie. A very strong tackle, but still a good one. But I've lost the ball there with Rob Dickie in the back. Ramsdale with a good initial save. Oh, I've pulled the player back. Oh, mate, what's going on? I can't even commentate over that. That is fantastic work at the back. That initial one, I've definitely pulled the player back there to block it. But then after that, that is all the AI coming back and helping. You can see we're in trouble here at the back. I'm really struggling to get this ball out of there. They're putting a real high pressure on us. They are going to get tired very quickly if they keep up this level of intensity. But mate, what fantastic goal line defending there. Have to say, two defenders put themselves on the line. A good initial save from Ramsdale as well. But two defenders doing the absolute business there to keep that ball out the back of the net. That is exactly what we see from the team. That is good commitment. But mate, that is sloppy stuff from us there. We've got to make sure we get back into this because that is a rough start. And they've actually got the ball forward for a second chance here. Another effort, but Ramsdale with another fantastic save. Good stuff so far, boys. What a game. Again, working it forward here. Morpay is in a difficult position, but thankfully, the player hasn't been able to play it through to him. But again, they've played it out wide. But Brightside Sam has come all the way back here to try and help out. And he's done a really good job because he's encouraged backwards and won the throw. Now, we've just got to be patient here because, again, apart from that initial bit of play where we had that ball and we played a nice bit of football, we've not really offered anything. It's been all Brighton. And again, I lose possession here. Trevor Chalobah this time giving the ball away. We are just not doing well enough with this possession. We are giving the ball away every single time we get it. And they are working it forward very, very well. They've got it out wide yet again. Ludwig's not going to get across to this one. No one got to the ball there. I wanted Ramsdale to come out to it and he hasn't. And Locadia has put us 1-0 down. I have to say that has been coming Brighton yet again. Yet again. Causing us issues. It really isn't good. It's not been good enough in this first half. And the pressure that Brighton have put on us has paid off. We second half, we're probably going to have to change things around. I'm not entirely sure what it is I can actually do to massively impact things. But there, you can see Hammerlinen comes nowhere near it. Carter Vickers doesn't get near it when he jumps up. And Ramsdale doesn't come to the ball either. When I have held triangle, asking him to come out to it, but he's not done so. But Ellis Todd is going to have the ball here for the start of this kickoff. And Lyndon Dykes is going to be played in. And again, we lose it. It's just not good enough right now. This is just not the kind of play that we need. It's just not good enough. And this is why we're 1-0 down. It's going to be half-time any second now. The referee's probably going to give him... Nope, he doesn't give him any time, thankfully, for that. An extra attack there. But, man, it's just difficult. It's just difficult, this game. They've been really, really impactful. They've been really, really effective. And we have not been, basically. We have not been good at all. Chalobah and Amos are having a very difficult time in that midfield. And they're really not getting involved in the slightest. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. That's what I'm going to try and do here. I'm going to put in like a cam and kind of have, sorry, not narrow, I meant wide, apologies. Try and have that sort of cam roll in there. Luke Amos is going to stay on because Luke Amos has been nothing short of phenomenal for us. And I'm going to play, I think I'm going to play Ilias Chair, but move Bright to cam. Now that he can play at cam, he's an 85 rated cam, which is fantastic. Keep Ellis Todd out there on the left, or do I? Yeah, I keep Ellis Todd out there on the left because he's an 81 on that, so we're just going to keep it as it is right now, keep these guys where they are, and hopefully this can have a bit of an impact. I'll sort out the tactics and I'll see you guys in the second half, but we've got to sort things out, boys. They've worked the ball forward really nicely here, and again, Carter Vickers, again, the defenders having to step up and really make an impact in this. But look how well they shield that ball. Look how well they just keep that possession and keep that pressure up, and now it's worked into Morpay. Can we keep... Oh, Dickey, thank God Morpay was offside because Dickey ran straight past him and definitely missed that chance to do anything against him there. But now, you know what? I'm going to have to take Obafemi off. He's not been overly enthralling this game. He's not really impressed me too much here. Now, I would like to make a third change, but I don't know whether to change Ludwig or to change Carter Vickers, bring on Masterson or bring on Todd Kane. I'm going to bring on Todd Kane here. Ludwig, again, I'm really happy with how he's doing. He's really progressing very, very well. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Todd Kane. And hopefully Todd Kane can just be an extra like fresh pair of legs out wide because of how much they're working the ball out wide. Maybe he makes a difference. I don't know. Charlie Kelman plays it to Dykes. Dykes is going to see Brightside Samuel overlapping in the middle here. Brightside Samuel's going to take the strike. Come on, boys. Lovely stuff. We get that goal. Go behind that goal and celebrate, Bright. You're still with QPR on this career mode. And lovely stuff, Brightside Samuel getting himself that goal. A lovely bit of play. Again, Bright in the middle could be the answer here. Do we need to play a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow? Do we need to play a 4-2-3-1? Do we need a cam position player? That is kind of what I was thinking with the build-up to this, where I was converting Obafemi to that cam role. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe that is something that we need, because Obafemi has not been fantastic as striker. Maybe next game I go one up top, move Bright to cam, and give Ilias Chair that start on the wing, because who knows? This could be the change for us. They've just brought on Trossard, a very good player here. But with 10, 15 minutes left on the clock, it's 1-1. And now it's anyone's game. We've just got to keep it tight at the back and try and, again, work on that counter. Get that second chance, because another chance, and honestly, I rate us. I think we're going to be good for a goal if we can get it up there. But we've got to get the ball off them, and we've got to defend resolutely here. They've got the ball out wide here. You can see how many players they're flooding forward. It's so weird because they defend in so many numbers and then they attack in so many numbers. They are just doing so well at like turning that defence into attack and bringing like the entire squad with them. A good punch there from Ramsdale, and Todd Kane is going to get that initial headed clear. But now we've got to be careful here. Dykes is all the way back here to try and defend, but they've worked it out wide. Look at, again, they get that ball to their wingers or their wing backs, and they just keep it out there. And well done to Ellis Todd for getting back. There's not too long left now. Unless we get the ball and really make an impressive counter-attack, I think this could be the final chance of the game, and it's going to go Brighton's way. But Howline has stepped in initially well, but they're going to get that ball into the box. Come on, boys, do not throw this away. Do not throw this away. Carter Vickers has been turned around here. Dickey's going to have to try and get across. Good block there from Dickey. Do we have a chance to maybe counter here? No, we don't. I don't think Charlie Cameron would have got to that ball. I think the defender was too near to that. But yet again, another 2 points dropped there. And again, realistically, after being 1-0 down, you could argue that's a good result. But 18th in the table has picked up a point against us here. Again, I'm really happy with the fact that we made changes and it made a difference. But we were outplayed by Brighton. We were absolutely outplayed. That could have been 2-3-0 before half-time. And we got a little bit lucky. You can see the saves from Ramsdale. I'm really interested to see if that triple save is actually on there, where the defenders made the blocks as well. I think this is it. Oh, no, that's the one where he's punched it over. I don't think it's on there then. No, I don't think it's on there. It was a really crazy little 5 minutes of game. But regardless, as you can see with the stats, absolutely outplayed by Brighton. But we get the point and we've got to improve. So you can see this little run of form is definitely like slowly trickling us down the table, which for realism isn't necessarily the end of the world, but for pride and for the fact that I'm trying to win every game, and I promise you guys, I'm giving every game my best. The fact that we've dropped from like 5th to 8th is not fantastic. But again, 23 points so far. Realistically, this next game is going to be a very tough one, up against 4th place in Man United, one of the best teams in career modes to come up against. Like, they really are a very tough team to play against. But I'm going to give them my all. I'm going to give them my best. You can see Birmingham City, West Brom and Brighton still down there. That point for Brighton was pretty big, and that's pretty darn good for them. But we're just going to have to try our best here. Man United is going to be a tough one. I'm going to go with that formation change. I'm going to change it up very quickly, and I'm just going to give it a go, boys. I'm just going to try it. Okay, so you'd think for United I'd play my strongest side. I have got a couple of players that are just not fit enough to play. Luke Amos has had a lot of game time recently, as has Carter Vickers, and both were very tired at the end of the last game. So both are going to have to find places on the bench for today, with Dominic Ball and Connor Masterson coming in to play for them. Now, I am trying the 4-2-3-1. I know I'm going to get actually a lot of abuse if I give Bright Sam the captain. I didn't mean to. That is just auto-equipped him as I've made a few changes. So Rob Dickey will be our captain as per. Apologies. I promise you that wasn't planned. That's just who it gave to automatically. But you can see a few players are quite tired. Dickey is still quite tired. Bright Samuel is still quite tired as well. But we do have a lot of rotation options. We have Pepe Arce on the bench to come on at cam. We've also got the option of bringing Carter Vickers on for the second half. All the players that are rested are on the bench. Obafemi and Macaulay Bonne on there as well. So it's going to be a tough one. You can see a bit of a weird team from them predicted here. So people like Garner coming in, Smalling playing. They've got Romagnoli, Alba on the left, Laird at right back. So this could be a chance for us to try and capitalise against that. But new tactics, new formation. Can we get a new winning streak going? Let's find out. Home at the Kind Prince Foundation Stadium. It's a cold, rainy night in West London, but hopefully it can be a game that results in 3 points for QPR. That's going to be the main thing here. Obviously, it's a run of 3 draws so far. The referee not picking up the football, the players heading in the wrong direction with their arms going the other way, but that's absolutely fine. Don't worry. Career Mode's only bugged every single year, and they don't fix half of it, but that's okay. But regardless, going to be a tricky one. Tricky? What did I just say? It's going to be a tricky game. That's what I'm trying to say. Rashford, Fernandes, those kind of players all there. Let's go for it, boys. Let's give it our all. Let's see how we do. Got it in the middle here with Dominic Ball. We're going to have to play it to Ilias Chair. He's going to let it run behind him, but Laird steps into that pretty well. Actually, it's just Reece James who steps into that. Reece James steps into it, but lovely stuff. Good bit of play there from Ilias Chair. Gets the ball back as well. Going to try and find Bright Samuel. Does so pretty well. Oh, Dykes and Bright Samuel partnering up really nicely there, but sadly, couldn't quite get the ball at their feet there for that return pass to Brighton. That was, again, a good initial bit of play, but we've got to improve and we've got to find the back of the net early because United are not going to give us goals easily here. Chaloba's going to play it into Bright. Going to play it all the way back here to Dunball. Finds Ilias Chair. I tried to find Bright, but it's a bit of a wasted pass. They are attacking us on the counter here. Marcus Rashford working forward. You can see 2 players in the box. They're completely unmarked. What a strike from Rashford, but oh my word. Ramsdale saving that, just about saving that and knocking it wide for a corner. We've now got to get rid of this. You can see some big players in there. They've got Chris Smalling sort of marching on the spot. Christian Tellez, I was expecting to be on, but wasn't in there because Jordi Alba's on there, and Tellez is pretty good at headers on this game. But now Lyndon Dykes brings this ball away from the corner. They've got Rashford closing him down. Rashford doing a hell of a job to get back there and defend that one. But now Dykes with their lovely ball over the top. I think Ellis Todd is just onside, you know. Ellis Todd, lovely turn inside. Going to try on his left. Oh, Jordi Alba just got there. What a ball that was from Lyndon Dykes, by the way. What an absolute ping of a pass across there. But sadly, we didn't make the most out of it. They've worked the ball forward here to Martial. It's been pushed a little bit further out wide, but Conor Marston's going to try and stay with him, try and keep that ball from staying in the box. He's doing a pretty darn good job of it so far. He's had to play it backwards. Again, Martial getting the ball back from Laird there. They've tried to get it in there. Rob Dickey's going to get there just ahead of James. And thankfully, we get the ball away. And now here we see Dominic Ball bursting down the wing. He's got Garner trying to keep up with him. But Ball, I think, has just got the legs on him, actually. Or maybe Garner's just a little bit quick. But that's okay. We're going to turn around. We're going to find Hammerline and play it inside to Ilias Chair. Ilias Chair. Not too many options going on for him here. So Ilias Chair's going to play the strike. Good effort, but a good save from David De Gea. That's really the best chance of the game for us, at least. We've had the ball forward and plenty of good chances. But Ilias Chair doing what I want to see him do a little bit more. If that ball just stayed a little bit wider and just stayed inside the post there, maybe, who knows, that could have been a decent chance for us to score there. But the ball's going to be up here. Lyndon Dykes jumps for the header, but it goes over. Coming to the end of the first half here, Laird has got the ball in his own half, but he's going to just about turn around, play it on the halfway line, but we get that ball clear now. I don't think we're going to have time for an attack, but we've given them a chance for an attack, apparently, by giving that away. It's on the halfway line, well, not nearly, but either way, it's half time. And it's been a tough game. Honestly, not too much going for either side. A lot of chances for us working it forward, but we're losing the ball too easily. We're, again, loose passes, again, not getting ourselves into the right positions, and again, it's a game that feels a little bit like it's already petering out to a bit of a stalemate, so I'm going to have to try and work something out here for the second half. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep things the same. I'm going to have the option of Obafemi or Macaulay Bond to come on, possibly for Lyndon Dykes in the second half, but I think Pepe Arce will have a bit of something to play in the second half as well. Coming in on cam, because you can see Bright is quite tired. Obviously, playing a central cam spot on your own is a very tiring position because you're making runs here, there and everywhere. So second half, we need, I'd say, more of the same, but we need to do a little bit more, if anything. Ball here up to Lyndon Dykes. We're going to play it out to Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd, by the way, and Ilias Chair swapping wings at half-time because I thought, you know what, although Alba is going to give Chair a tough time, maybe Ellis Todd can have a bit of a luckier break up against Laird here. So that, because it's just kind of my main thought process for that sort of change in, not really formation, but of players and personnel and positions. So let's see again if we can stop the counters. And again, they've worked it here to Laird, but Dickey's going to come out and try and meet that. But that just about bounces through. I cannot believe that's bounced through. That is ridiculous that ball has even found James. James has now found the back of the net here and puts us 1-0 down. You can see clearly here, I do get a touch there and block that, but it goes through Conor Masterson's foot. I actually don't understand how that ball has found its way through to James because Masterson's got a touch in there. Masterson has stopped that ball, but okay, apparently not. 1-0 to Man United. Yet again, for the 4th game in a row, we go 1-0 down. They've got the ball here on a really good overlap, but that's a really poor touch from them. That goes out. But we have made 2 changes here. I've brought on Pepe Arce to Bright Samuel. It may seem like a real downgrade, and that's because rating-wise, it is. But they brought on Iago Aspas, by the way. That's a really annoying change for us because he's a good little player. I've also brought on Todd Kane for Hammerleinen. I've brought him on to come on and be the left-back spot for us. Again, just fresh legs because they're getting a lot of luck down that right-hand side. So I just thought, fresh pair of legs to maybe help out, but also that was my same thought process with Pepe Arce. Just a fresh pair of legs in that middle cam spot, just to give us a bit more of a fresh engine to see if we can do anything. But if we're going to keep giving the ball away like that, it doesn't really matter who we bring on because we can't keep the ball. Chaloba here, working this ball forward now. Can we try and play that to Lyndon Dykes? That's a lovely ball through. Lyndon Dykes, come on! Oh, he's hit it at De Gea. Instead of hitting it either side of him, he's hit it straight at the keeper. I've asked him to hit it across the goal. He's hit it right at De Gea. Not good enough again. Ball here with Ilias Chair. Ilias Chair now. Going to try and play this ball through. Oh, Chris Smalling with a very good step in there. And that was otherwise Lyndon Dykes through for another chance. But Chris Smalling stepped in very, very well. There's not too long left, so what I'll do is I'll stay with you guys for the rest of this game because there really is not long left, only a couple of minutes. And again, can we try and get ourselves another equaliser? It would be the 4th draw in a row, but again, from being 1-0 down, I would take a point at the moment. But again, the passing, just not good enough here. Pepe asks, that's a foul, surely, referee. Thank you. Finally, he does give us actually a free kick, which we do deserve. But now, Chalobah, going to work his way forward now. Plays it to Kane. Into Pepe asks, that's another foul, surely, ref. He's not got the ball there. He has not got the ball in the slightest. I don't understand how that is not a free kick. Because he hasn't got the ball. I'd actually like to play that back. Because if he has, then fair play and I will, you know, not bow my head. But you know what I mean. Right, let's have a little look here, shall we? Right, ball's gone through. Right, let's find this. Does he actually get the ball? It hits his heel. He doesn't really win the ball, does he? He doesn't really win the ball. It hits his heel, but I don't think you can say he wins the ball there. But regardless, that's full time. That is a 1-0 loss at home to Man United, which, again, you can kind of expect to lose against Man United. But this rut of form is just not good enough. 3 points from 4 games. We've dropped from 5th to probably now lower than 8th place. But we were 8th place before this game. And the fact that James is the man that scored against me does wind me up a bit. But regardless, honestly, not enough from us today. Yet again, another disappointing result. Just not good enough, boys. We're stuck in a rut and I don't know how to get out of it. Okay, so to finish off today's episode, we'll have a little look at the monthly scouting report, see if anyone stands out. Isaac Hansen is going to be a no, as he can only get up to a maximum of 80. Roman Lawson, again, going to be a no. George Dyer, it's a no from me. Liam Stokes, I'm afraid not, although your hair looked fantastic. William Underwood, again, it's a no. Albie Lamb, firstly, fantastic name. Secondly, looks interesting, 6'2". Okay, I'm going to scout this guy for another month because realistically, if he can play left back and or centre back, that's a really good option going forward. We have Hammerlinen at the moment, but to have somebody that can come in and potentially play that position long term would be fantastic. To be fair, Declan Randall, another great name, again, another good option. At the moment, has a better starting rating, but not as good potential as Albie Lamb. So I definitely am interested in Albie Lamb. If Lamb doesn't end up being that great and Declan Randall looks okay, then we might go for him. But I'll keep these two scouted for next time. We've got 2 more months of those guys being scouted at the moment. But that is going to be where we end today's episode. Down in 8th place. Potentially could drop as low as 9th if Newcastle get a win in their next game. But realistically, we're off the pace. We're no longer, kicking up with the big boys and playing as well as we were before. We've definitely dropped in form. We've definitely let ourselves down a little bit here. But realistically, there's many improvements to be had. And you could argue maybe this is a bit more realistic. Not quite what I wanted. Again, if I could win every game, fantastic. Doesn't look like it at the moment. But that is going to be where we end today's episode. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, then please do leave a like on the video. It massively supports me, the channel, and of course the series out. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video or indeed go live with the live stream. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands in a bit.
What? Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, we'll say hello. Entertained, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.